So, hi everybody and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 84. In this video we continue with our task throw stone, and I have some errors, and let's dive and correct these errors fast. The first error is in the function which we created tentacle down in our character. There is this variable calculate distance where we reset our timer for the tentacles when they go up or down. And the problem here is we can only use it one time when we are not resetting it. So we have just to reset it, and I never reset it here inside this function. So what we have just to do is just grab here the calculated distance, the right one, and then not get it, just set it to make here a setter and set it back to 0 after the timer is finished. That's it. And the same thing we do, by the way, for the other function here too, when the tentacles goes down. And there I created also a separate variable. Here the tentacles goes down. Here is the variable which is responsible that the timer is stopping after a certain point, and here we reset it as well. That's the first error. We normally resetted this one on another place that was here outside. So you can see it was not a real error. The problem is when we are resetting it here inside the function, then we don't have to search all time later, hey, where we reset it and so on. So all the things which belongs together should stay together, so we have not to search and waste our time later. So that's one. So let's go back. The next thing is, of course, you can see the code here is not connected, and the reason for that is because I test all the code separately with key bindings. Here you can see when the tentacles goes up, instead of all the time waiting that I walk here 40 steps, I just press here a key. And important is here to know that you can still connect here the other things when it's not interrupting, but the real thing is you have to replace this later. So, and when you are finished, replace these key bindings accordingly. And you can already start with this by using custom events. For example, here the tentacle goes down. For my test purposes, I pressed U. Now you can say, hey, we need this later anyway, so let's create just a custom event, and then right click, use add custom event, and then call it what you like. I called it tentacle down, and you can see you can connect this even both. Important is later, we are calling this one later in game. This one is just for our test purposes. And that's it. And that you are doing with all the other key bindings as well. So there is one more thing which is important. Not all key bindings are here for test purposes, right? So you can see some are for test purposes, so I can just call the function and see how it works out. But there are some other key bindings, for example, grab, I don't know, a stone or earth or something like that from the ground, and then throw that. These key bindings we have to implement later also in our introduction screen. You see there was a key binding screen, which was anyway a placeholder, but important is that you have to note this and put this in so that the user know that this key bindings exist as well. That's that, which we have to know. Then we have to I have extended here one more function, which is the tentacle teleport to throw. That was much shorter here. You can see it was here. I just changed it a little bit. The first thing what I changed here is from this teleport, because let me show you what this was fast. When I start this one here,
let's see if I find
you can see the tentacles goes out. I grab here from ground the stone. I want to lure it to the tubes there. So I throw it now, bang. And now I want that the tentacle goes down. Okay, they go indeed down. And now comes the sound. And then the tentacle is moving underground, and then it comes out again. So you can see I already implemented this one, and I show you how we make this one here fast because I already did this. Let's see. So what you have to do is just reorder here a little bit of the tentacle teleport, because yeah, what I did there, I hope I remember it a little bit. The thing is that the teleport delay when the tentacles goes down, you can play there another sound. You can see this one I added. You can just play there another sound when the tentacles should go down. So, for example, I don't know, another grass sound like this one. This is just a placeholder. Something it goes down, and this one is too short. I need to recreate this one, probably with my microphone. I just go and record it, go to Audacity and change a little bit the length and something like that. Or you can just get, again, free assets from the store or buy it, how you like it. Important is that you can have to add their sound, because it's a little bit more realistic, but not necessarily. And then when the tentacles go down, you wait again here, delay. You can see I work here with delays. I don't know if delays are too good, but to read best practice for this case, perhaps there are better solutions. In my case, for fast prototype purposes, this one is perfect, because I just wait that the tentacles go down. I know they need 4 seconds, because I open up this one, I just check here this function, and we know here we set it to 4 seconds here, so that's very easy to see. And yeah, then important is after they are down, you can see what I make is then I play the scream sound. Here I have again a delay. You can see the scream sound when it is let's say it is simulating a movement, and then after this delay and the sound is over, the teleport kicks in, and it teleports the tentacles from one point to another point, and then I call here show tentacle. And like I said, this show tentacle here is the function which we are calling all the time then, right? So, and yeah, I think that's all what we have to do. So you can see, replace all the test key bindings here with custom events, then find all the call places so that you can call them accordingly. And yeah, create here a sound if you want, or find us free assets. I will create it probably offline, because I don't need to waste your time here online when I create here sound. And important is, and that was it I think for this one, in our next video I want to use an explosion, but I will not create it, because creating now an explosion in Niagara I could, or what is it called, Niagara, I don't know, one of them. Important is that you just get here an explosion, and there are so many explosion free assets out there, I think, or even any effects. I will get just an effect, so I don't have to create it from scratch again. But of course you can learn Niagara and with some other video tutorials and how to create it. It's not too difficult, and it's very useful to learn this one. If you want to learn animations, a good start point. Don't make it too complex, make a simple one. Of course, my will not be simple one, because it's just finished. I create nothing, I just take something which looks cool, and if not, that's not. All right, with that said, our job is just create here, get assets again, so the explosion assets, and we will then also a little bit about the depth here of the Kraken, or our depth a little bit implementing, because when the Kraken, when the tentacles are hitting us, because perhaps we throw the stone too close, or we walked accidentally in it and we die, or the tentacles die because we blow up here the tubes with our pistol. This one has to be implemented as well, the shots and all this kind of stuff, but this is future and not too difficult. Sounds so difficult, but with that said, I think I stop here the video. If you have any questions or anything which you want, like all time, ask in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye, good luck, and like all time, never give up, have fun.